Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be working on a little bit of a reset. It is almost the last day of August. We start school next week. I work at my daughter's half-day preschool, and so yesterday I finally finished getting my classroom set up. I started last week. I have the baby room, so I don't have a ton of pre-planning to do. All that to say, we are taking today as a rest reset day. We don't have to be there. I'll go back tomorrow just to help with some other stuff that just the school might need. But today we're just going to relax. We've had a lot going on lately. So I'm just going to bring you along. I hope this is productive but peaceful. And yeah, I'm really glad you're here. So first off, we're going to get to a little tidying, get myself dressed. I'm still in my pajamas. And yeah, just get some things done around the house, and then we'll go get groceries and go from there. What are you doing? So I had planned to really not even mention this in this video, but I just feel like maybe it's useful for a little bit of context if you're new here. Hi, welcome. My name is Megan. I just wanted to briefly tell you kind of where I'm coming from, in that if you didn't see my last video, I am going through a period of grief right now. My dad passed away very unexpectedly just a few weeks ago, and this is just not at all one of the videos that I had planned for this month, this time of the year, but I'm just trying to find my creative outlet as a restful source right now. And so the easiest way for me to do that was on a day where I felt like recording, felt like talking to a camera and getting things done. I brought you along. So I'm glad you're here. I hope you enjoy this. So I got ironing done, dishes, working on laundry, as you can see. But we recently sold my old car. If you saw the Get It All Done With Me video that I did several weeks back, we got a new car. It shows you the whole Carvana experience and everything. It's really fun, really an interesting and unique experience. So definitely go watch that if you haven't seen it. But we finally sold my old car, actually, to a family member. So we cleaned it out the other day, and everything that we had pretty much was in that box. So now I'm going to go through this box, and hopefully once I get it cleaned out, I can use that box to pack up a lot of toys. I just finished a declutter series, but when you're in a phase of life, especially, I mean, in general, but especially when you're in a phase of life where you just don't have the mental capacity, like there's so many other things occupying your brain space, picking up millions and millions of little bitty pieces to toys, like of different toy sets and things like that, I can't do it. I cannot do it. And my granny the other day was over here, and she's always been one to like get them more toys and stuff, and so we've always been very grateful, but I've also been very hesitant to get rid of anything. And so I don't want to seem ungrateful. And she was over here the other day and she was like, let's get this place cleaned up. She was going to help us. And it took us like 45 minutes to just get, like, we weren't even sorting toys. We were just throwing them in bins and baskets and tucking them away. And it was just the girls' rooms and the living room. And the whole time, I mean, she's probably said like 5 or 6 times while we were doing it. And then she told my mom later when they were just here with the girls, Nicholas and I had went to the store for my mom. She told them later, like, she told her several more times, Megan needs to get rid of so many of these toys. These girls can't manage them. She can't manage them. It's just too much for kids this age, for any kid. No kid should have this many toys. She just needs to throw them on a burn pile and set a match. And so, now that I have her blessing, I'm not going to burn them, but I am going to try to box a lot of them up and take them out to our storage building. And that way we're not getting rid of them, but we don't have to try to manage all of them at one time. So that was a really long way to say we're about to go through this box. That's who I am. Sorry.
That's what I do.
Your mommy sat on it and it broke, didn't I?
No.
Yeah, that is what happened.
Look at it. There. Look at it. Oopsie. Ow.
Okay.
Get shot. Do. Oh, get shot. Do. Get shot. I will do. Get shot. My shot.
All that, we found some things to, it wasn't as heavy as what I thought it'd be, but out of all that, we found some things to donate, we found some things to trash, and some things to put in storage, and then other things to just go right back into my new car. So now, I'm taking all of these baskets that are supposed to have designated uses, but have become catch-alls, or like, Rosie's really into sorting things right now. I think that's just like the toddler stage. That's kind of how they play, how their brain works, how they're developing. She's very into throwing all of these little bitty toys into one basket and then just taking them and like lining them up on the floor somewhere. And I'm all for that. Like, if that's how she wants to play at this age, I'm not opposed. However, we need to reduce the amount of those things so that we do not have to continually pick them up. So for now, I have my huge box ready, and I'm just gonna dump all of these baskets of little miscellaneous items on her bed while she's occupied elsewhere. And I'm just gonna go through and sort them, and then hopefully box up some things to go to the building. And yeah, that's just where we're gonna start.
Boo.
Baby. Boo.
Boo.
this is not all by any means. However, that's what I'm starting with. Let's see what we can do here. Fading quickly. I feel like we've all been a little bit under the weather the last day or so. I mean, just having been around so many people last week and in very close proximity, and then Nicholas at work, they've all been passing stuff around, and it's just all the back to school germs, I think, on top of just the rest of life right now. So we have just been feeling a little bit puny. Sore throats, runny noses, probably just drainage. Could also be allergies. Apparently they're baling hay in our area. I don't know. There's a lot going on that could be contributing to this, and probably is. However, it's like knocking me down pretty quick today. So we're making progress. Granny's gonna come hang with the girls in a little bit so that I can go get groceries and not need to try and wrangle all of that at one time. I made it through most of the pile on Rosie's bed, and now I'm about to start working on our living room. I'm not sure exactly what I want to keep out yet. I have a few things in mind, but I've not completely decided. So our living room is like, gosh, I feel like I'm so struggling to breathe right now. But our living room is a little bit in transition right now. I am working on the living room makeover. I've done both of the girls' rooms, and now I'm working on the living room. It's just kind of a slow process, and that's okay. So you're seeing it in the middle of where, if you stay tuned, you'll see the full video. You'll be like, oh, I remember when it was looking like that. Anyways, I just need to get all of this picked up, sorted, and done with. Thankfully, I have like the most wonderful husband in the world, and I've always known that. But last night he picked up Annie's room while I was cleaning up the kitchen after dinner, and so her room is tidy right now. I will just need to get the bins down and then sort them and see what gets to stay on shelves that are reachable for little hands. So thankful that he did that. I just need to work on the living room now. Rosie's room is mostly done. There's just extra and like things on her bed that don't really have a home or have a category that may just go to the trash. But for now, I'm taking it one step at a time. I'm gonna try to get the living room done and then see where we are. Made it to the point of grocery shopping. I have a lot of things that I need to get. I'm hoping to do this quickly because I really haven't eaten much today. Shame on me. I'd hoped to do something with my hair because it's been a while since I've done that. And sometimes it just feels good to put yourself together a little bit, but it didn't happen. So anyways, I am going to get some groceries. I'm hoping to get a good bit of freezer meals, which is not at all my style. I really prefer to do more home cooked from scratch-ish, just where I really know the ingredients that are going into our meals and have control over that. But some seasons you just gotta do what you gotta do. Fed is best. I know that that's a thing that people say with like newborns, whether you're doing breast milk or formula, but in this season, for my entire family's sake, fed is best. So I'm just trying to get like some frozen lasagnas and things like that that can be used quickly and easily on nights when we're just tired or we've been busy or we just don't feel like cooking. So planning to get a lot of that stuff. Also, since we're feeling a little bit under the weather, I want to get some things to make our electrolyte juice. Plan on doing some elderberry syrup this afternoon, which I have the stuff for that at home already. And then this weekend we're supposed to be having a get together with my family. So I'm gonna make some buffalo chicken dip and I think homemade ice cream for that. So I need to get those ingredients. And yeah, that's what we're up to. Hoping that I can knock this out quickly, get home, get some food, and get all this put away, and then get to resting for the rest of the afternoon. That'd be really nice. I did get all of the toys picked up and sorted out of the living room, Rosie's room, and our bedroom. So that's exciting. It's currently all on my kitchen counter, so whenever I get home with these groceries, they'll probably just need to go on the floor. But that's okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. So I have talked about these two methods, I guess you could call them, recipes, tricks, I don't know. I've talked about these two things in the past. One is our homemade electrolyte juice and one is our elderberry syrup. I just feel like I've been doing them for about a year now, not super consistently, but we started them last fall whenever we had several weeks turned into several months of back-to-back doctor visits for sick children. And of course, we as parents were getting everything that they were getting. So it was just a really tough time. And one of our girls was barely out of the newborn stage. So there was just a lot that kind of led to this feeling of desperation and exhaustion from relying on doctors, relying on medicines. And I just started trying some of these things at home. And while they're not perfect, I think they're definitely worth implementing, worth giving a shot. And honestly, after what I just paid for that grocery trip in the cost of convenience for freezer meals, for things like that, whoa, it's worth it to try and make things ourselves. It does not happen quickly and it takes time, and it may not be all that delicious in comparison to the sugar-filled items that we have on our shelves in the stores these days, but it's worth it to try, guys. For the electrolyte juice, I use 2 oranges, 2 lemons, 1 lime, cut them all up, hand squeeze them, use a juicer, that's cool too. And then I use 2 of the C2O coconut waters. I boil it all. Once it comes to a boil, add some salt, add some baking soda. It's going to fizz and you'll stir it down. And then you'll reduce the heat to low so it can simmer for 45 minutes. Once it's done simmering, you remove it from heat and let it cool completely. I strain it with a cheesecloth into a pitcher and then add honey. And then the elderberry is very similar. It's 4 cups of water to 1 cup of dried elderberries. You can add a cinnamon stick or 2, and then you can also add ginger root, maybe like an inch or so. Same thing, bring it to a boil, reduce it to low, let it simmer for 45 minutes, take it off of heat, let it cool completely, and then you strain it through a cheesecloth. I use a mason jar for it, and then you can add honey to it after that. If you add honey to any of these things while they're still hot, you remove the beneficial enzymes from it. so that's no good. Then you can just do 1 spoon of elderberry a day. If you're feeling under the weather, do 2. And children can do 1 teaspoon. If they're feeling under the weather, they can do 2. Okay, so I have had a pretty good afternoon since we last talked. I got home from the grocery store, got things put away. Me and the girls ate lunch, and then Annie actually has a little low-grade fever, so she went back down for a nap, and while she was napping, I took a short little nap while Rosie entertained herself. It is such a blessing as children get older. They're such a blessing as their babies, but there is something so beautiful about the independence of a 3+-year-old. So she was very kind for about 30 minutes or so that I could nap. That was great. And now I've been working on my elderberry syrup and electrolyte juice. I also have made, last night, we were given a ton of tomatoes from everybody around us right now that's having better luck with their garden than we are. And so I had about 10 that I needed to do something with quickly because they were starting to bruise. So I tried my hand again at salsa. If you were here a while back, you saw that I tried that once. Didn't really go too well, but I'm trying it again right now. So I took care of the tomato part last night, got an onion today at the store and added that in, and then later this evening I'm going to meet up with my mom. I don't know if she's coming here or if we're going there, but she has a packet of salsa mix that she said she's used in the past, and I could just mix together my own, but I figured we'll just give that a shot. We're just going to try a bunch of different things each time we make it to see what we like best, because we are new to all of this gardening and harvesting and preserving and stuff. So that's how I just spent my time. Annabelle is still sleeping, but probably going to be up soon. Rosie actually went over to my granny's house for a little bit, and so I'm trying to decide if I should wake Annie up, because if she's not feeling well, I want her to get her rest that she needs, but at the same time, I don't want her to be up all night, so not really sure what I'll do yet, but she's been kind of like fussing here and there and then falling back asleep. So I don't know. I think she should be up soon. If not, I may get her up, and then we'll go over to Granny's as well. I got most of the toys boxed up. I ended up keeping out, and earlier I just stopped filming all of the toy stuff because I realized this was quickly becoming a decluttering video, and that's not really what it was meant to be. So I am just going to tell you about what I did instead of making you watch all of it. So, by the way, nobody's making you watch any of this. You feel free to do what you want to do. But anyways, but I ended up keeping out the magnetiles, magnets, like the fridge magnets. They play with them on the dishwasher. Baby dolls, some little like doll houses that I had made, and then they had a basket of a bunch of little people animals and stuff, and I left those out because they can be used with a lot of these other things. Like they can be used at the train table, or they can be used with the doll houses and things like that, or they can just be used on their own. So I kept those things out, and then obviously Rosie's shift robe in her room is full of dress-up clothes, so kept all that. So I think that should help us a lot. And then obviously all of our books. I kept all the books out, except for the seasonal ones that weren't out to begin with. I'll just rotate them in as holidays and seasons change. So that's kind of where we're at with toys. And so far, it's only been a few hours, but so far I'm liking it a lot better. I'm just going to put the other ones in storage for now, and then we can rotate toys whenever it seems like they're getting tired of these, or we can just keep them out there until it crosses their mind. If they ask for certain toys, then we can switch some out like that. I don't really know how it's going to work yet, but I think it's going to work, and I'm feeling good about it. I've not done this much of a toy declutter ever. I mean, Rosie's 3 now, and Annie is 15 months, so it's taken us a while to accumulate the amount of toys that we have. I've gotten rid of a lot, as you've seen, but I just have been so hesitant to do like a good sweep that just really feels manageable. I don't know. I've just thought like, oh, I can keep it organized. We can manage this. We can do this. We can do that. We can just set things up on these shelves in this way in these bins, and it's just too much. It's too much for a 3-year-old and a 15-month-old, which what I'm really saying is it's too much for me because they can't handle all that. They can't keep all that clean. And while I want to challenge them and place expectations on them that help them grow and learn how to clean and learn how to take care of things themselves, that's just not one of them. Like, I'm trying to focus on them brushing their teeth and them staying in bed at night when we finish our bedtime routine and taking baths each day or every other day. You know, like, we have more important things to worry about in terms of hygiene and character building than we do toy management. Like, that should not be what consumes that much of our day. So very, very excited to hopefully have that in a better place. I don't know if you can hear it, but Annie's actually fussing again, and I think this time she's up. So I'm gonna go get her. I have my stuff simmering on the stove, but it should go for a bit longer, so we're probably gonna go ahead and head over to Granny's.
I get you. Go, go, go!
Hey, baby. Very, very sensitive.
Oh, thank you. You want me to play? Good job.
We're doing our push-ups. Do what? Oh, do my push-ups? Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, that was a bubble. I thought you had something fall.
Bubble. Hey. You riding?
Oh, crap.
You okay? What happened?
There's a jar of honey in there.
The whole jar?
Yes.
Let me get some towels. Maybe we should try this another day. You know?
Yeah. Say so.
The open jar?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. It won't float out too much. At least you got it all on video.
Yeah. Quality footage right there.
Got all the bad and the ugly.
No good.
No, not all the time. Here, you want a towel underneath it?
I'm gonna save as much as I can. Thanks.
I'm glad glad you did all this now and not when we're fighting the kids.
Okay, so it may be the next day, but I did my hair and a little bit of makeup. So as you saw last night, my husband was right. He said, maybe we should just call it a day on all this and pick back up tomorrow. And he was absolutely correct. After I dropped that jar of honey into that freshly hand squeezed juice, I was like, yeah, I just need to go to bed. Just need to go to bed. So that's what I did. I did go through some gift cards. I am that person that keeps tons and tons of gift cards, even if they only have like 50 cents left on them. So I went through all of my gift cards that came out of my old car and that I just had laying around, and I checked the balances on all of those. Ended up having like 5 gift cards that had not had anything spent on them. They were still fully loaded. So I think in total I had like $275 worth in gift cards. I hear somebody. Hey! Hey, you. Hello. We are about to go back to... Hey. Is that Annie? Hey, Annie. You say Annie? Anyways, we are about to go back to the preschool today just to help with some things. Pick up a paycheck. Does that sound good? Oh, yeah. We're going to work on some things there just that the director might need help with, or other teachers or whatever. Just give the girls a little bit of playtime with the other teacher kids and get out of the house for a while. And then... Yeah. There's nothing over there that we need, though. Then we'll run a couple errands, but before we do all that, we are... Hey, there's nothing that you need. Do you want this? Okay. But before we do all that, there are a couple of things that I did not get to yesterday that I just want to have done and taken care of. How about you clean down here? You clean the floor for me? Just a couple things that I kind of want to have buttoned up. I want to clean off our buffet desk in the kitchen. And then I have a lot of plants that we received, bless you, from my dad's passing, that I want to, bless you, that I want to take out of the large baskets that they're currently in, because they come in baskets of like 3. So I want to separate them into individual baskets. But anyways, we are going to sign off here. I hope that you have a great day wherever you're at. I hope that you're getting ready for back to school. If you're already back in school, I hope your school year is going well, that you're staying healthy. Maybe try out some of these recipes to help combat some of the just back to school germs, the fall germs, heading into winter, all those things. So that we're not all constantly having to run to the doctor. We're not all constantly having to call out of work if you work. And yeah. We can just head into the fall season excited and ready to enjoy it. I know it's a busy time with holidays. It's one of those seasons where we're not necessarily always eating the best, most healthy food, but man, is it delicious. And we want to be able to enjoy the good things in life. So thank you for coming along. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being so supportive in these last few weeks as we are just trying to figure out how to best be there for one another, how to keep up with life despite the very unexpected changes. And yeah, I just love you guys. And I'm so grateful for where I am, for this opportunity that the Lord has given me to have a community here with you. Hope you have a great day wherever you're at. And I'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.